APT28, a Russian state-sponsored hacking group, has ramped up its efforts in a long-term credential phishing campaign targeting users of Ukrainian.net, a popular webmail service in Ukraine. This activity, reported on December 17, 2025, underscores the ongoing cyber threats faced by Ukrainian users amid the broader context of the war in Ukraine. Between June 2024 and April 2025, analysts from Recorded Future's Insikt group observed APT28's tactics evolving. The group is known for its sophisticated phishing schemes, previously linked to malware attacks against European networks. Now they're using Ukrainian.net-themed login pages embedded in phishing emails to trick victims into providing their credentials and two-factor authentication codes. Next, we'll explore the methods used in this campaign and the implications for cybersecurity in the region. If you find this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Infosec now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Infosec now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. Between June 2024 and April 2025, APT28's credential harvesting campaign evolved significantly, reflecting a strategic shift in its operational methods. Analysts noted the group's increased sophistication in deploying Ukrainian.net-themed phishing pages, which were designed to closely mimic legitimate login interfaces. This approach not only heightened the likelihood of user engagement but also demonstrated APT28's ability to leverage social engineering tactics effectively. The use of PDF documents as a delivery mechanism for phishing links marked a notable trend in this campaign. These documents often contained enticing content that lured victims into opening them, thereby increasing the chances of credential theft. The inclusion of shortened URLs through services like tiny.cc or tinural.com added an additional layer of obfuscation, complicating the task for users attempting to discern the legitimacy of the links. In a tactical shift, APT28 transitioned from utilizing compromised routers to employing anonymized tunneling services such as ngrok and Serveo. This change allowed the group to capture and relay stolen credentials and two-factor authentication codes more securely, reflecting an adaptive response to previous infrastructure takedowns by Western cybersecurity initiatives. The report from Recorded Future indicated that this shift is emblematic of APT28's long-standing practice of evolving its techniques in response to external pressures, ensuring its operations remain effective and undetected. The campaign's persistence underscores the GRU's ongoing commitment to intelligence-gathering efforts, particularly in the context of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Historical context reveals that APT28 has been targeting not only individual users but also a wide array of entities including government institutions and defense contractors. This broad targeting strategy aligns with Russia's strategic objectives, suggesting that the campaign is not merely opportunistic but rather a calculated effort to undermine Ukrainian stability and gather sensitive information. Overall, the timeline of APT28's credential harvesting campaign illustrates a complex interplay of technological adaptation and persistent strategic intent, reinforcing the urgency for heightened cybersecurity measures among Ukrainian users and organizations. The ongoing phishing campaign by APT28 is not only a direct threat to individual users but also poses significant risks to broader societal and organizational structures in Ukraine. As the campaign targets users of Ukrainian.net, it potentially compromises sensitive personal information, which could then be exploited for further cyber attacks or disinformation campaigns. This erosion of trust in digital communication platforms can lead to widespread reluctance among citizens to engage with online services, hampering both personal and business communications. Moreover, the ramifications extend to critical infrastructure and national security. By harvesting credentials from government institutions and defense contractors, APT28 could gain access to sensitive governmental operations, thereby undermining Ukraine's defense capabilities. This could lead to increased vulnerability to future attacks or espionage, as compromised credentials can facilitate unauthorized access to classified information. The strategic choice of using Ukrainian.net-themed phishing pages indicates a tailored approach, exploiting local platforms to maximize the likelihood of success. This not only highlights the sophistication of APT28's tactics but also the necessity for heightened digital literacy among Ukrainian users. As these phishing methods evolve, there is a pressing need for comprehensive cybersecurity awareness campaigns to educate users on recognizing and avoiding such threats. Furthermore, the shift to using anonymized tunneling services for credential capture reflects a broader trend in cyber warfare where adversaries adapt to countermeasures. This adaptability underscores the ongoing cat-and-mouse game between cybercriminals and defenders, necessitating continuous advancements in cybersecurity strategies and technologies. The impact of this phishing campaign also reverberates beyond Ukraine's borders. Allies and international partners may find themselves at risk if Ukrainian credentials are leveraged for broader espionage activities, potentially affecting diplomatic relations and collaborative defense efforts. In this interconnected digital landscape, the consequences of such cyber operations can have far-reaching implications, highlighting the importance of global cybersecurity cooperation to combat threats posed by state-sponsored actors like APT28. As the threat landscape continues to evolve, understanding the tactics employed by APT28 is crucial for developing effective countermeasures. The group's recent shift to using UKart.net-themed phishing pages is indicative of a strategic adaptation to exploit familiar platforms, making it easier for them to deceive users into providing sensitive information. This approach not only enhances their chances of success but also reflects an understanding of the psychological factors at play in phishing attacks. To mitigate the risks posed by such campaigns, organizations and users must prioritize cybersecurity awareness and education. Regular training sessions focused on identifying phishing attempts, such as recognizing suspicious links or email addresses, can empower users to act cautiously. Additionally, organizations should implement robust email filtering systems to detect and block potential phishing emails before they reach end users. Another critical step is the enforcement of multi-factor authentication, MFA, across all user accounts. While APT28's tactics include targeting 2FA codes, the implementation of MFA adds an extra layer of security that can deter unauthorized access, as it requires more than just stolen credentials to breach an account. Furthermore, organizations should conduct regular security audits and vulnerability assessments to identify and address potential weaknesses within their systems. This proactive approach can help to thwart attempts at credential theft by ensuring that security measures are up to date and effective against evolving threats. Collaboration with cybersecurity firms and threat intelligence agencies can also enhance an organization's defense posture. Sharing information about emerging threats and vulnerabilities can lead to a more comprehensive understanding of the threat landscape and facilitate the development of targeted defenses against specific tactics employed by threat actors like APT28. In summary, while the threat posed by APT28 remains significant, a combination of user education, robust security measures, and collaborative efforts within the cybersecurity community can significantly mitigate the risks associated with credential harvesting campaigns. As cyber threats continue to adapt, so too must our strategies for defense. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Infosec now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.